Walter Boyd better than Leon Bailey? Tell me what you think now. The controversy continues. Leon Bailey, Walter Boyd. Who is the better footballer? For me, Walter Boyd, entertainer extraordinaire. Man who deliver the goods. National team, always. This episode is sponsored by J&J Garage. Top quality, cheap prices.
J&J Garage, we do excellent brakes and clutch repair. Pressure plates, flywheels, disc brake pad, brake shoes, clutches. Any job you have, cars, vans, jeeps, buses, trucks, and tractors. Just call J&J Garage, 1-876-408-3836, 887-7504 for all your pickup and delivery service throughout the 14 parishes.
Alright, welcome to another SportGlobe YouTube channel video. Thank you so much, guys, for liking and sharing our video, and of course we appreciate the subscription and the subscription numbers that you have been giving us. Happy New Year to everybody again, and thank you so much for the 2025 like, share and subscribe. Hope that 2026 we're going to have much more conversation, and we can have much more debates, or we can bring you much more interesting videos as well. Today we want to talk about of course, the conversation that has been going around that has caught my interest as well, and caught our interest here at SportGlobe. And before I even go to the topic that I want to talk about, I want to welcome you, Orion, and Happy New Year to you as well. And I hope all the best for you in the 2026 year as well, that things go very well.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Richard. Happy New Year to you too. Let's move forward. 2026 should be a pretty interesting year. I'm very positive. So, yeah, man, let's get the ball rolling on everything possible.
All right, Orion, we always have many debates going on from time to time. And, of course, one that, as I say, caught my eyes, and one that is out there into the discussion.
That new debate.
I know it's not a new debate, but it
keep coming back around. I think that debate pop up whenever they want to create content. But
well, I kind of like the interest surrounding it right now, based on the fact that it's a World Cup year too, and and it's the Boyd versus Bailey. I like the discussion. And I'll tell you why I like it too, Orion, is that as I had said in previous videos where we talk about Jamaica qualifying for the World Cup, is that the 98 team was the team that went there, and Boyd was a part of that successful team that qualified us for there. No, Leon Bailey is a part of the team that seems to be failing to qualify us for the 2026 World Cup. So that's why I kind of like the discussion, and that it came back around now that the whole thing with World Cup qualification comes around, and who is good and who is not good and who is the better baller. So the whole discussion is who is the better baller, or who is the best baller that Jamaica have and produce, Bailey or Boyd.
Yeah, well, I don't necessarily want to get involved in this debate, but you call me.
Yeah.
So I guess we have to talk about it a bit. but in regards to the contest, I know people want to discuss it, in regards to the ballers. But I think in looking at both ballers and looking at football and looking at where they have gone, and then looking at football then and football now, there are different dynamics in terms of discussing this and in terms of how somebody want to take it. Now, for me, I'm a huge Walter Boyd fan. And I was a Walter Boyd fan.
Yeah, huge Walter Boyd fans because you watch that football, or you just look at the guy and say, well, that guy talented. What make you a fan of Walter Boyd?
So obviously, 98 had a huge influence on me in even getting involved in sports. That 98 qualification, and he was a huge part of that. And even when he went to Swansea, I followed him. When he came back and he played for Arnett, I followed him. I was an Arnett fan because of that. So, there are different things, and it gets it guide me in terms of some of the business stuff that I do know, even with some of the clubs.
About the Manning Cup years, though, because, I mean...
Yeah, but that wasn't...
I'm a fan of Walter Boyd from Manning Cup, from Excel.
Yeah, but... Rich, remember saying older than me, so when I see Walter Boyd was when he was playing for the national team,
Oh,
right?
okay,
That
okay.
time and that qualification, and then
Yeah,
later.
so you never see
And
the
honestly,
Excelsior days.
I can't say I saw much of the Excelsior days,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew of the name. You know, I was probably more focused on my high school. But yeah, because they won Excelsior won Manning Cup what year? Ninety
I don't
something, right?
remember the year now, but it was the last time that they won Manning Cup that he played.
Okay, so yeah, so
Yeah.
no, but in terms of his career and him playing for the national team and what he did overseas, etc., and the opportunities that were given to him, yeah, I followed him based off that, and he was the number one baller in Jamaica. Like
Mm-hmm.
that particular '98 squad was built around him. Bird gave him everything that he wanted based off where they wanted the team to go. He was a star of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So, so, but the dynamics of football were kind of different then, right? And obviously, he did get certain chances to go and play professionally outside of Jamaica because
Mm-hmm.
he was even playing before that at Colorado Foxes, and then he
Mm-hmm.
came back, and then later he went and played at Swansea,
Mm-hmm.
etc., and got opportunities. In regards to looking at Bailey, now Bailey is a guy that made it from a football perspective, from a Jamaican standpoint, where we don't have a lot of world class footballers making it from the gutter and rising, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it has to do with dynamics, and I think it comes down to that. So in regards to the argument, because I hear people going back and forth in terms of who is better, etc. I don't necessarily want to get into that. All I want to say is that the dynamics are different, right?
Yeah.
In regards to then versus no, and maybe if the dynamics were different,
Yeah.
then in regards to a system or an agent being involved at that level, or even better decisions at that time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Waterboy would be looked at in regards to a bigger baller worldwide, right? But he's not. But he's in our hearts here, in regards to a big Jamaican footballer. But if you're comparing the two in terms of pound for pound, in terms of who made it and who is a bigger baller, it's barely based off his exploits because he's gone through the system and he has made it. But from my standpoint, in terms of how I look at it, I think there are a lot of factors that contributed to that. And there are a lot of factors that contribute to any baller making it worldwide and being a big
Mm-hmm.
star.
Yeah. Well, here the thing is, Walter Boyd is a real fan of mine, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I watched the Excelsior and I wanted to take a little go back and think. I think Excelsior lose even the Manning Cup to 1 year. I think they won the Manning Cup one of the year, and I think they
Yeah.
lose the Manning Cup one of the year to Stats, right? Because of everybody did us a boy look like the man them did go party or the man them did go smoke some weed or whatever the players did the night before the game, right? And come
Okay.
lose the game big time in the national stadium. Get real big beat in the Excelsior got the time. I tried to find the year and that kind of a thing, but I can't find it. Maybe some of our SportGlobe fans can just catch me up on that. But they lost a big game with Walter Boyd too. The man them come on the game and them never played nothing at all. Stats run round them the whole thing. I think it was a big score too. Maybe something like a 6 or something like so. I tried to remember, but it was really a devastated game and thing. But the thing I like about Walter Boyd is say over the years, I can tell you the things that I don't like too. And I know even Audley Boyd is my brethren, but I can tell you the things that I'd like and I admire about the player and the difference that I have between him and Leon is that Leon don't entertain me the way Walter Boyd entertain me. When Walter was playing, total entertainment, total football, pure football, nothing
Yeah.
unfiltered football. Him now whether him have support yes or no because everybody remember the Azteca goal. That was just pure
Yeah.
talent. Walter Boyd never have no gym I go to, never have nothing I go to. It was just raw,
Yeah.
nothing at all.
Yeah. I
It was
hear
just
you.
raw football and skill. Right?
So
Remind me of Alan Skill Cole, the little that I've seen of him and that kind of a thing. So when me a rate footballer, put aside the accolades and the achievements and the clubs and all of that. We're talking about player.
Yeah. So yeah, when
Right?
I hear
Walter Boyd have raw
raw
talent to
talent. No, no,
entertain you. For
no.
hold the ball on foot and nobody can get it if he really don't want to let it go.
Yeah, when
That's what me I talk about.
no, Walter Boyd is a big baller in
I don't know if
Jamaican
Leon Bailey
context.
can
But
possess anything like that. Right? I don't know if him can possess that because I remember the Azteca for me was the hallmark of a man going in our condition,
yeah,
altitude, everything, right? Never
yeah,
been.
but yeah,
And
but
taking on a team that was, trust me, Mexico was really on top of them game those days. And Walter Boyd saw that we were going to get beaten badly up at the Azteca and him decided to say, yo, him just want the ball one time. And he
Rich, I
made
hear.
it possible. Him entertained with the whole time, yo, we'll get beaten. But we felt like when Walter Boyd scored that goal, take the ball and do what him do and create the magic, we all felt like, yo, we get a reprieve from the beating what we get.
Yeah, well,
I feel
yeah,
good
well,
walking away from a beating. You can imagine that walking away from a beating and still feel good like you go somewhere go do something good, even though you get beaten.
I hear.
That's the kind of thing.
Yeah, well, I think the year you're talking about for the Morning Cup is 92, 93,
Yeah, them get
93.
beaten. I think
Yeah,
I them get what 6 love or something like so.
yeah,
Man.
they won 93. Yeah, but you said George is 192. But no, Rich, I hear your point in regards to Boyd still. As I said, I like Walter Boyd. I'm a huge Walter Boyd fan. But if in regards to where football is now, is a different kettle of fish, and
Get that.
I don't necessarily want to make the comparison because it's two different things. No, from listening to Walter in recent interviews, and he said that he had an opportunity to go to Watford because he had called them, etc. And if that and the issues with the federation, etc. Because where I came here, and my presumption is that where I came here for him to play in that game, and maybe if things would have gone differently and he had played in that game, maybe
Yeah,
there might have been a part. It might have been a part there because at that time it was a lot different. But the part where is still hard. But it's a bit more open. So from that perspective, you look at it and you know what talent he had. Better decisions. Maybe he would have risen to be bigger.
A bigger star
in world football.
So,
we have him as a star, but world football wise, he would have been.
He would have been a bigger star.
But who knows? That's what happened in football. Eh?
As a matter of fact, when he was playing for Jamaica, every time during the campaign, just to show you the level that he was at, right? And if we even compare him to a Leon Bailey, I'm going to just point out this. Whenever
I don't want to make that comparison, but
no. I'm just talking about talent, man. I'm not talking about that. Whenever Leon I'm just talking about from a fan perspective, and how you feel about a player and that kind of thing. I know the whole discussion with Oral. This episode is sponsored by J&J Garage. Top quality, cheap prices.
J Garage, we do excellent brakes and clutch repair. Pressure plates, flywheels, disc brake pad, brake shoes, clutches. Any job you have, cars, vans, jeeps, buses, trucks, and tractors. Just call J&J Garage, 1-876-408-3836, 887-7504 for all your pickup and delivery service throughout the 14 parishes.
And KLS and all of them. I'm talking about achievements and I'm talking about
I hear you.
I'm talking from a pure fan's perspective. I'm a football game, I'm going to sit down and be entertained.
Yeah, but I just want
to Walter give me that every time. But let me make this point. Is that Walter Boyd failure to me. I know him play for a number of different clubs back then. And back then was different, as you're pointing out, Orion. Back then was way different. In a Jamaican getting into English football and that kind of a thing, it wasn't sheer about talent and that. It was a whole lot of dynamics was different.
Yeah,
right?
I want to say it's not necessarily a Jamaican thing. I think is the right person to integrate with the contacts, because it can be they could have had the contacts then and it not work out. But as I said, he did mention that there was an option for Watford, right, that was messed up, right? And we know that game that George Rea came here, and it seemed like George Rea came here for him. And George Rea,
he came here for him.
Yeah, and George Rea was the number one baller in the world. And George Rea was the number one baller in the world at that time.
At that time.
So it seemed like there was a pathway being created. It's just that it just never materialized, whether it's from him personally or him just never like what's going on. So go ahead, yeah.
And that's why I want to say this, and that's why I want to mention this now, is that Walter Boyd, as a player back then, he had a whole lot of fun. When Jamaica play any team, the commentators would always, it's almost like a Usain Bolt at the time when Walter Boyd was playing, almost like a Usain Bolt. The commentators would say, where is Walter Boyd? If Walter Boyd is on the pitch, it's almost like Jamaica is guaranteed to get some kind of result or the other. So there was a big thing with him from international commentators now are talking about commenting on the game. Because we used to get a lot of international commentators coverage, right? And it would be a big thing with Walter Boyd being a part of the team. And the fear of the team then is when Walter Boyd was on that team all the time. Because even from the Mexican standpoint, if Walter Boyd playing, it's almost like they have a literal fear for the Jamaican national team then, even though we had good defenders, we had good midfielders, them time we can control the game and that kind of thing, we had good. But here's my failure with Walter Boyd, and here's my failure with the system too, is that Walter Boyd at the time had a little bit of attitude that failed him too. And we can't go around it, right? We can't go around it. He had a little bit of attitude that would have failed. I know every superstar have attitude, I know that every superstar have some kind of attitude or the other. But what it was is he had a level of ignorance, not knowing the business of the football then, as you alluded to, that he should have taken some time out to know. He would have reached very far, because he only get to play for Colorado, Arnett Gardens, Swansea, right? And that kind of a thing. And when he was about to make the move, his biggest move, he says that's the time when the system failed him. In an interview that I see, with his former colleague, track and field star, Gregory Orton, I saw that interview and he spoke candidly about what had happened then, why he never got the opportunity to go and play, in a bigger league and that kind of a thing. But he had a little bit of attitude too, and he must take some of the blame for some of the things that had happened in terms of his career and managing his career. But in terms of talent, my youth, Walter Boyd is a bigger talent than Bailey. It no matter what era, because if Walter Boyd played the same kind of thing, the same kind of way in this era, I don't think Leon Bailey could have even match up to him at all. He would have been the first pick in any team over Leon Bailey any day.
Yeah, when I hear you. Yeah, all right. So I wanna say this, because obviously that goal versus Mexico in the Azteca, meant a lot to me and every Reggae Boy fan, because we saw that and it did give us a lot of pride. I also want to say, I remember, people always talk about the game versus Barbados, where the cameraman missed the goal. And that was always like a big bit or whatever. And we were able to get a victory. But the game was done and it wasn't, right?
It wasn't.
But in that Japan game, he did come on and do a little cameo. I remember him getting it on the left and beating around two people and cracking one. Yeah. And it went right over the crossbar. And I'm like, okay, if that had gone in, but it's a good player. As I said, the dynamics of football, not everybody make it to that level that you'd want ultimately. But he had the talent to get to that level, if it was put in a system or in a place where he could then develop to get to ballers that we rate all around the world. After Jamaica's '98 World Cup, after we got out, I had a list of the top players in the world because I had a book. I was trying to find the book, but I remember having. Let me see who I had on it. I had, of course, in goal, Chilavert. Chilavert from Paraguay. The top goalkeeper, score free. I had him. I had Ian Goodison in defense, actually. Right. I had Boyd, and who was the striker? But I had a full team. Zidane was there, of course, and Ronaldo. No, I had Boyd and Ronaldo, R9 up front. Right. So and that was a team that I had, that I put together just based off the 98 booklet that I had. And, you know, I had him there. But that's just me personally, because I rate him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was definitely a good player. You know, it's just the dynamics of football sometimes, and having that guidance to get you to where you'd want to go. Ultimately, I was not even sure if that was his aim. He was just probably playing football. And so I'm saying is that, like, that structure needs to be there in order for you to rise, because there's no baller that rise without it. You know,
Yeah.
and especially now.
Yeah, he didn't get that kind of management, and then, you know, he had, as I said, he had a little bit of attitude that would have, you know, maybe, because at the time I know there was a whole lot of discussion during that time too, in terms of who managed Walter Boyd and how to manage him and that kind. Just a little bit of difficulty too, in terms of some people wanted to help.
Yeah, man, but Rich, but
get it, so, you know.
Yeah, as I'm not, I don't think a lot of that stuff that from a Jamaican perspective we don't really have. You know, I think if he had gone into us, if he had gone into a club or, you know, at a younger age and in a system, you know, that whatever issues that he had that people pushed toward discipline would have changed. But, you know, it's a different system here, and even when you look at it for the ballers that we have now, they struggle with it too. You know, right? So yeah, it's you know, we hope that it would have gone better, but it's the dynamics of football sometimes. But it's definitely one of the best ballers I've seen.
So to end on Orion, so Leon Bailey, if you have a team picking right now, say both of them available. Team picking right now. You have the two strikers in front of you. Who you going to go with?
Well, Leon Bailey is not winger, I don't know, but you said the dynamics of football changing. So
yeah, if I'm
going to choose one to play,
available and have the same skill sets, and you say Leon, and you say Walter, and you say
it depends, you know. It depends, you know. It depends. I don't want to get into that. It depends. We are discussed two different things.
I get it, but, you know, just to finish, I will go with a guaranteed Walter Boyd, who is a goal hungry, a goal poacher, who is a natural skill. Just imagine if Walter Boyd would just settle down and get the development. I cannot imagine what would have happened. You know, people that say, "Oh, maybe."
Yeah, but we can't really talk about the if in football, you know.
I can't talk about the if, but I can tell you what I saw.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, fine. Like I see it too. And I know it was a good baller. We can leave it at
that. It's very good baller, man. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you my choice. My choice is always going to be a Walter Boyd in my team to give me a result that I'm looking for instantly.
By the way, Rich, I find the book. See?
Oh, you find the book?
I find the book. All right, hold on. So, how the team go? So, so the team in goalkeeper was Chilavert. Yeah, my wing backs were Carambu of France and Roberto Carlos Brazil.
Hard kicker.
Yeah, defenders I had Andy Cole. Cole of England. Defender. Goodison. And Thuram of France. Yeah, in the midfield, Zidane, Paul Ince, England, Ortega, Argentina, and strikers, Walter Boyd and Ronaldo, R9. So that was my team.
That was a team.
That was my team.
That's a whole lot about who you would have picked anyway, so I don't worry about it.
And these are from 98. 98, yeah.
Yeah, that's a formidable team still, you know. I mean, Goodison was very good when he was a tall, stout defender and score goals too. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, one of my Brazilian stars, you just call him, you know, always, man, hardest kicker of the ball that I've ever seen or watched. And I love him all the time. But yeah, but pretty much that is it. So we know them exist in a different era or in. But and they have their own set of thing and their own set of journey and thing. But in terms of raw sheer talent, I know really two really good players if them really get to explode and that kind of a thing. But Walter, to me, had entertained me in a huge way. I don't go football because I go to sporting event for entertainment, because sports for me is an entertainment. If you go and you're not excited about the thing and the thing play flat, I mean, yeah, I want a footballer who can take the ball and be creative. That's what my thing is, you know. If you're a midfielder, more you pass the ball and have good accurate passes and them thing there, I rate them players. That's why Mateus from Germany was always a good midfielder baller for me, you know, because the touch, the thing of the ball.
Yeah, but football very technical now, you know. So you know,
I know.
Like a lot of those players are being pushed out. So it's more about the system and being technically good on the ball.
But the Messi still take it to them with skills and things same way, you know.
I hear, you know, but remember, you know, Messi played in a system, you know.
Which is good. Yeah. But still,
and that's but that system was created for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we can move on.
Yeah, man. Respect. All right, so let us know about your views on it. I know the conversation going on out there in regards to the Walter Boyd, Leon Bailey career choices and career path and the best player. You know, for you might have even better players that you think that was in Jamaica that was really good. But my choice is what it is. Walter Boyd, I think, was one of those really great players who passed through our football system in Jamaica and had made significant contribution. Leon Bailey is passing through now and making his contribution. So pick your choice or make your choice. Let us know in the comment section what you think about the both players and what's some of your memorable moments about both of them, right? In terms of their game.
And Bailey has done good for Jamaica too. You know?
Fantastically well. You know, taking Jamaica football to another level and putting us in terms of the international map and thing. Fantastically well. You know, so let us know. Remember, like, share, and subscribe to SportGlobe and give us your comments all the time. And remember to share to your friends and your friends and friends and friends.